national champion. 2020, national champion. 2021, you can probably go ahead and guess what happens, but just play along with it and pretend you don't. Now, coming into the 2021 season to the NAIA tournament, you're the number 1 overall seed. Number 1. What was your record? Do you remember your senior year?
12-0 going into it.
12-0? Okay. And you're the man. You're the top dog. Everybody knows it. I like to ask this to on our state champion reviews, guys that have won it before, maybe 2 or 3 times, like Joe Carr, Isaac Knable, Livingston, guys like Livingston Merritt. When you wrestled somebody that knew you were a 2-time defending champion, did you feel you got like their best shot they would ever give anybody?
Yes. Depending on the guy. You know, there were also guys who, on the other hand, folded.
Oh, really?
Easier. I felt, especially at nationals like this final year, guys folded, and I don't really know why, because I've had tougher matches with some of the guys that I wrestled at the tournament, and then during the tournament, man, either I just turned it up a little bit more than I thought, or they just were, you know, I would say some people concede, some people rise to the occasion.
I know like with basketball, football, even with wrestling, like that's a good analogy. Is people kind of, I guess, wield or fold or whatever. Like your good teams will step on the gas and pull away. You know, they'll score 2 or 3 touchdowns. Like special teams, offensive, defensive, basketball, they'll put the press on. I think the year Kentucky basketball went 38-1 at halftime, they were playing Kansas in like one of the Christmas tournaments, whatever. They was up like 41-7 on Kansas. Who ended up. That's a big point spread going into halftime. And you know, you got people like Carl Towns, the Harrison twins, Devin Booker. I know this is a wrestling video, but just bear with me. Knowing that you're the man, you're getting everybody's best shot, being able to step on the gas and just take off in the fast lane and leave everybody else behind. That's got to be a good feeling. It has to be.
Yeah, it was the focus. I mean, I talked about this in the last video was every year I'm thinking, how can I separate myself? And so the year before this final one, I only had 3 pins.
Oh, really?
My whole career, or not the career. I had 4 pins my whole career, and this year I went 17-0 to finish the year, and I ended up getting 15 pins out of 17 matches because my goal was. I literally want to separate I never got NAIA Wrestler of the Year until this year. I never had the Wrestler of the Tournament until this year, and it was because I decided during the summer, I was like, how do I get better at pinning people? Whether that's from pinning people from takedowns or pinning people from the top position. Like, that was my focus, whereas before it was just winning big matches. Now it's like, man, I've won all the big matches. I want to take people out.
And we're going to go back just a second. But going in, did you feel like anything like led up? Like, I have nothing to prove. I've already done it twice. This is just, you know, whatever. Or was you like, I am winning this again and there's nothing going to stop me?
I knew I was going to win.
Okay.
And I knew I was going to win, but it was like how I wanted to win. Because, like I said, I'm a guy who reflects a lot. And you know, I reflected a lot on that first national championship. It was just so close. And then the second one, I had an amazing opponent. And I was like, okay, I don't want to have those type of matches again. Like, I don't want to come down the wire again. And so I was like, how can I knew I was going to win, but I was like, how do I want to win? Right. And I was like, I want to be dominant, you know.
And dominant you are. Let's go over it real quick. First round, you wrestled Ethan's at Bunts. From Marion's, you win that by a fall in 1 35 seconds. Second round, Casey Boudet from Providence, you win that by a fall in 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Quarterfinals, Joel, Faglier from Bruton Parker, you win that by a fall in 1 minute 39 seconds. And in the semis, you wrestled Patrick DeBiaza from Cumberland. He was the number 4 overall seed. You win that by fall in 2 minutes 55 seconds. So far you've wrestled 4 matches. You got 4 pins, all inside the first period. I would say what you decided to work on is paying off.
Yeah.
I would have to say that, you know, you've done what you wanted to do. Now, coming in to the finals, you're wrestling Greg Hagan from Grandview. He's the number 2 overall seed. We're not going to tell you how it ends. We're going to watch it and just kind of, let Brandon talk us through it. And of course, you've probably seen this a million times. A million times. There's something always to critique. I get it.
Of course.
But let's watch it and we'll talk about it, what goes on here after the fact. All right.
Yeah, for me, I knew this guy was really good at scrambling. He was funky. They said he was a freshman, but really he's a third-year freshman. He wrestled at Indiana University for 2 years. He was also undefeated going into the season. I watched his film. He was a Big Ten wrestler.
Oh my.
Yeah, so he was pretty good. He was like the type of guy, if you shot on him and you didn't finish clean, he was very good at scrambling.
Mm-hmm.
So big focus here was, if I get in on his legs, try to control every position. And I prefer to get a good stalemate. Like, even if I shoot a shot, I prefer to get stalemated out than to get put in a funky position, because he was a pinner also. I mean, I think he pinned his way to the finals also.
Wow.
Just like this position right here. We got in here and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna try to control him now. He was really good. He had my far ankle, so it was very hard to square up.
Right. Nothing yet.
Nothing. Now we need a stalemate now, because they're in a 50-50 position now. He's very good at these positions.
Yeah. There it is, stalemate.
He's not very good fundamentally, but he's so good at scrambling where it's like, gotta be careful.
Uh-huh.
Definitely a lot of respect for this guy.
Now this is kind of how, 3 national championships. How did Lindsey Wilson finish team-wise? Your
fifth.
There we go. 2.
Yeah, fireman's carry. Basic. Yeah, we have Derek Smallwood right there in the background. Another state champ from Kentucky. Basic fireman's carry to a dump, and that guy.
So we got 1. So we're 2-1.
Yeah. This is a guy who was freaky, so whenever he would Granby or do something, I was just, I'm letting you go, dude. He loves to pin. Yeah, goal here too is like when we weren't shooting was to wear his head down, because he showed lots of signs of having very bad conditioning, and I'm not saying he did, but he showed, like, you'd watch the matches, you'd be like, okay,
right.
He doesn't do well under, with pressure on his head, because he almost, other than the semis, he won in overtime, but other than that, he pinned everyone. But in the semis, he got pushed really hard by a guy who wasn't at his level really, and it was basically because the guy was just pulling and replacing on the head.
And that's good to be able to pick up on that.
Yeah, it's huge. You have to watch matches. It's important. Scouting is important, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And especially nowadays, everybody's got a
camera.
Portable. Get out of my pocket here. Portable, movie studio in their pocket.
Yeah.
Have your buddies go over and film the guy that you're supposed to be wrestling. That way you can
always have something ready. If they're not doing that, they're not good friends. My coach, I had a great coach though. We had like 5 coaches there. So every time one of my opponents would wrestle, or like whenever there was a match that I might possibly wrestle, they would watch. And be like, hey, he has a good left hand. He has a good right hand. He's whatever. Helps you shut guys down.
Got a caution. What we doing?
I know. That was my fault for sure.
Caution on the red.
I get chippy. I try to beat the whistle.
Yeah.
I know. It's talking to the ref, telling him about that. It's like
easy done.
Yeah.
All right. So you decide to cut him, not even try to do anything. That's smart.
He's funky, man.
2-2.
Open up here, Bob.
He just wasn't shooting very many shots in this match. I honestly didn't understand, because he was very good at shots, but he was faking a lot. But so I was kind of waiting for him to shoot, because he got stuck under a couple of guys during the tournament, but he didn't really shoot very much at all.
Brandon, open it up.
I know we're kind of like far back from the mat. There, nice.
That same duck under from the last year's finals.
That's what I was thinking. It's the same type. Like, he doesn't look to be like near as big as you.
No, he was about 228. So I was about 240 on this one. So he's about 12 pounds smaller, and it shows.
Come on, coach, get back in your corner.
Yeah.
Get back in your corner, coaches.
Yeah, that was just funky scramble right there, and yeah.
Open it up, Brandon. Let's go.
I kind of felt I had the match at this point, to be honest, because he wasn't shooting. So it was like, he's not going to throw me. He's not Tanner Farmer big, so I was like, and I learned tight elbows. I have tight elbows.
Go, Brandon.
Yeah. He had a really good inside trip, so it's like, good advice for anyone who watches and they wrestle a guy who has good inside trips, just keep your hips back. Like, control the wrist and keep your hips back, and you'll never get inside tripped. I mean, obviously there's exceptions, but
Right.
that was like kind of my thought too. Like, just keep my hips back.
Go, Brandon. Open it up, big guy. Let's go.
And Grandview's a really amazing team. I don't know if you know much about the NAIA, but basically they've won like the past like 11 NAIA national team championships. Have like multiple national champs a year. This was actually the deciding match for whether they would win the national title or Life University would win.
Really?
That. So if he beat me, they would have won. But this was the first year in 10 years that they didn't win the national title because they had to wrestle me.
Well, and
Yeah.
got to play spoiler, right?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, exactly. I didn't care about the team race.
Right. No, I got you. So you're taking neutral. So that's 2 years in a row you've taken neutral going into the third period.
He's really good on top. Like, he was a leg rider.
Oh.
And I had pretty good leg ride defense, but again, like I said, my coach has faith in me. He said, I want you to do whatever you feel is right. And I knew after the first 2 periods I was just better than him on the feet. So I was like, why would I take... Why take a risk if I know I'm already up on points and I'm much better than him on the feet? Like, it's...
No, should be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You're talking about, NAIA wrestling. We've got Lindsey Wilson, Campbellsville, University of Cumberland's.
Pikeville.
UPike started a team. Was it Bellarmine?
Bellarmine's in Division 1 now.
Okay. You got Thomas More.
Thomas More.
Go, Brandon.
Kentucky Wesleyan.
D2.
D2.
So we got, 6 or 7 pretty good wrestling programs in the state. Especially with, UPike just starting up. Belfry, we're at Belfry. Brandon's doing a camp, so I'll put the description below. Reach out to him for a camp. Excellent wealth of knowledge here.
Appreciate
it. Belfry is in Pike County. University of Pikeville started a team. Travis Mello and his group. He's got some guys signed, looking to be competitive right out of the gate.
Open it up.
I'm really excited for that team, actually.
Yeah, they got some good kids coming in.
They do. Yeah, in this match, my coach was yelling. He was like, "Shut it down." So, like those last minute, he was like, "Shut it down." And the reason was this guy's super scrambly, so it's like, "Don't take another shot. You're winning. You're winning. Just wait for him. Hold the middle hand fight fake, but wait for him." And the refs heard it too. It's like, I don't have any stall points. I'm not stalling really. I'm just waiting for that.
Right.
So strategy, man. Yeah, big two.
And it probably didn't, you had probably one of the weakest practice partners in Nico Bustle. No, I'm kidding, Nico. We love you.
Yeah.
There it is, 3 times.
Yeah.
And that the video cuts off there, but 3-time national champion. In case you didn't hear, I was just giving a little shade to Nico. Nico, we love
Nico's
you.
the man.
Nico, we love you. So you win it 6-3. Didn't look like you were in trouble at all in this match. Looked like it was just out there kind of going through the motions. Just, I got to get this done. I'm not going to really do anything crazy, but I'm going to win it. Mm-hmm. And that's good. I mean, it's good that you can go to the national finals and wrestle that way. Knowing that you can, I'm not saying coast. Because I know you wanted to win it, but you didn't have to pull anything crazy out of the hat. Just, you had such good fundamentals. You had such, been there before. It's your 3rd time being there. That you can just pretty much put it on autopilot and let your body kind of just take over. Mm-hmm. So 3 times. Now you're the first 3-time champion for Lindsey Wilson.
Correct.
I'm pretty positive you're the only 3-time national champion wrestling for any Kentucky
school.
Well, like that, went to Kentucky high school.
Yeah, I'm not. I think I'm the first and only person to win a national title from Kentucky in college.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I don't think Merton did.
No, he got 6th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be looking out for videos for Jacob and Jurius Merton.
He got 3rd. Merton got 3rd as a freshman.
And I think Joe Carr Jr. may have won like a freestyle national championship, but it wasn't like a college.
Yeah, I think collegiate, like
yeah.
NCAA to NAIA. I think I was the first.
And you done it big. You done it with 3. So we're going to wrap this one up. Put a bow on it. Anything about your wrestling career, anything like that you just want to kind of touch on before we wrap this one up?
Just proud to wrestle from Kentucky.
Hey man, and we're like I said, speaking on behalf of the Referee Association and I guess the fans of Kentucky wrestling, we're glad that you stayed in state and you were able to bring the spotlight to Kentucky high school wrestling and Kentucky the collegiate level. And again, like we said in the second video, the 2020 video. You can do it being from Kentucky.
100%.
You can do it being from Kentucky. You don't have to, be from a wrestling state. You can do it from Kentucky.
100%.
And so all you impressionable kids out there, he done it.
Yeah.
You can do it. So our next, Ryan Moore at Thomas More. He's been in the NAIA finals twice. His brother Spencer at University of North Carolina. I told them when I went to their house, when Ryan wins it this coming year, we're going to go back to his house, do it with him when Spencer places in the Nationals, which he will. Give him this time. Spencer will place in the Nationals if he don't win it. We're going to go back and do it with him. I'm going to try to get all the collegiate guys. I'm glad that you were able to come to this part of the state and do the videos with me. You've been really requested. A lot of people, went to Christian County, Martin County, all these places across the state. Everybody's like, when you gonna get Brandon Reed on the channel?
Oh man.
when you gonna get that Brandon Reed? We've heard a lot about him. I was like, man, listen, I've already talked to him. He's already committed. It's just getting together. So Thank you for doing all 3 videos, man. So I really appreciate it. Again, contact Brandon for your youth camps, your high school camps, whatever. Description will be. Of course, his contact information for his camps will be in the description below. Reach out to him, and I'm sure he'll give you his best and make your team that much better. That's all we got from the college ranks. Shout out Lindsey Wilson, 3-time national champion Brandon Reed. Now, as it stands now, there might be some in between, but I think the next big marathon session we're going to do is going to be Woodford County. We got a lot of guys from Woodford County lined up. We've already been in talks with them. It's just getting everybody there on the same day. We know with gas prices being crazy, we're going to try to get everybody there at one time. That way we don't have to make multiple trips and get as many guys as we possibly can. But be looking out for that. Maybe some couple other guys here and there. But Woodford County is probably going to be our next big marathon like we've done for Christian County and Hopkinsville. We're going to get out of here, let Brandon go enjoy his evening. Things are crazy in Pikeville, man. You just never know what's happening in Pikeville.
I love it.
So thank you guys for watching. The next people you want to see, put them in the comments. We'll do our best to get up with them and get their story on the channel. Until then, we'll see you guys on the mats.